YouTube, this is Kristen Moonrise. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming full moon in Libra, which will either happen Wednesday, May 5th or Thursday, May 6th. Just depends where you are in the world when the moon is at its fullest, if it's before midnight or after midnight, but at least here in the US, it's recognized as April 6th on Thursday morning, like the wee hours of the morning. And yeah, so I'm going to count it as April 6th on Thursday. But I really enjoy recording these moon reading videos. It's just something about the energy of the moon and our transition into this new age of Aquarius, and how the moon can really tell us, along with the other planets in the solar system, but because this channel is specifically talking, or primarily talking, about the moon, that's what I will focus on. But it's really exciting to me to talk about what's the new upcoming full moon, what's the new upcoming new moon. So I really hope that you are enjoying watching these videos just as much as I am enjoying recording them. So I also wanted to say that I haven't done a lot of tarot reading videos in a while. I realized I don't really like doing tarot videos as much as I thought I would, at least not right now. Maybe I need to kind of change up the style a little bit. But I also realized I'm not utilizing my community tab as much. So I'm actually going to do Tarot Sundays, where each Sunday, starting this upcoming Sunday tomorrow, I will post a tarot reading for that week. So I think I'm going to like doing that a little bit better that way. That way I can be a little bit more free to record videos on other things in addition to the moon reading videos, and still utilize my community tab often enough and still incorporate tarot into this channel. So down to the video. So just like I mentioned before, we are in now the age of Aquarius, where we are in a consciousness shift globally. There's nobody that can deny that that's what's going on here. A lot of people think that things are getting worse. A lot of people think that things are getting better. It just depends on who you ask, and really it can go either way. It just depends on you, and that's essentially what these videos are about. So I believe that it is going into a more humanitarian angle. Some people believe that things are going to get worse before they do get better. Perhaps that's true. But I like the fact that the age of Aquarius, which again is from roughly the year 2000 AD to the year 4000 AD, it's about acknowledging our individuality, and while also coming together as a collective. So this full moon in Libra, full moons are about exposing and releasing. This Libra is a cardinal masculine air sign, which means it's a very doer and thinker energy. Other air signs in addition to Libra is Aquarius and Gemini. And Libra specifically is about relationships, and the dominant keyword for Libra is I balance, as we see recognized by the two scales. So I'll go to the oracle cards. So because it is a full moon, we surrender to the divine. And because it's a cardinal moon of self-starter, we are to be bold and make the first move in our decision making. And with it being a full moon in Libra specifically, a win-win outcome is forecast. So I really like this. I like the imagery here. All right. So as you know, we just got out of our Aries new moon energy, which we were very rambunctious and on top of things. We were definitely getting things going. We didn't care what anybody else was thinking. We were just a bull in a china shop, essentially. So we need to diffuse that energy of Aries from this new moon that we were just in, and take a breath from it, and get back into balance, into fairness, peace, harmony, and collaboration. So, specifically with Libra, it specifically talks about relationships. We need to ask ourselves, are our relationships, and this doesn't just mean romantic relationships, but any type of partnership or collaboration that we may be in, are they fulfilling? And we may need to reconfigure our values around these relationships that we have. We also need to ask ourselves, are our wounds driving the dynamic of the relationship? And although I believe we can always heal our wounds or make the decision to heal our wounds, in case we can't, we need to accept our wounds. If we can't fix them, but we still need to make sure that we are being fulfilled, that we are living a fulfilled life. So we should not be afraid to improve our relationships by having deeper connections, but we also don't want to lose ourselves or our identities in these relationships. It's very easy for people to be so enamored by others that we forget our own identity. We mirror their behaviors when we should really remember who we are as an individual in these relationships. So we need to ask ourselves, who or what do we need to release and or commit or recommit to? And going on the romantic relationship side, as for those of us that are single, we may want to perhaps date someone that we haven't. Perhaps try dating someone outside of our comfort zone. Maybe we've been needing a little bit of something different to kind of gain a different perspective. And those of us that are married, we need to maybe kind of rethink some freedom and independence in the relationship. But that doesn't necessarily mean like break up or anything. It just means remember that you are still an individual and you may need a little bit of freedom and independence on your own just to make sure that you're healthy and stable. So honor the disharmony that may come when you're reevaluating your relationships. Allow yourself to grieve if there's anything to release, and definitely release it into the past, and you can do rituals around it. So I will link this book in the description box. I've mentioned it before in previous videos, but this book was like probably one of my first books that I purchased when I was on my when I first started my spiritual journey, and it just was a game changer on helping me find myself. And in fact, let's see, it's one of those books from Amazon that prints as you order it. So I ordered it November 10th 2020, so that was in the thick of it. I was just spiraling out of control a little bit back then, but this book has just, as you see, I've got my tabs in here. I've got, the corners are kind of bent and things like that. I look at this book frequently enough, and it's got lots of meditations in here, journaling exercises. It's got a full moon ritual, and it's got new moon journaling questions, and I do that every month. So I'll link that in the description box. And so this is a perfect thing. You've got a few days until the actual full moon happens. So I would say order this from Amazon, and you can definitely start doing the ritual by the time the full moon actually comes around. So in conclusion, with this full moon in Libra, we are to be adaptable to changes, but not be too changeable or easily swayed. So that's the downside, or the shadow side to Libra, is that we lose ourselves, we're easily swayed, we are too agreeable or anything like that, but we need to be adaptable as things do change. So we also need to heal the imbalance that humanity has been holding on to for ages, basically from the age of Aries, which was 2000 BC to 1 BC, where we were about dominating other people and disrespecting the feminine and really threw off the balance with the earth. It was all about war. So we really have been carrying those energies for many ages. So this is now the time. We carried it throughout the age of Pisces, which we are leaving, have left out of now. But now is the time to really release all of that domination type energy, because it's not sustainable to the earth, to humanity, to the animals. It's not sustainable at all. And also, no more negative thinking. We are responsible for creating the reality that we want. And we can't really create the realities that we want if we're thinking negatively all the time. So don't wait for others to change. You definitely be the change. So let me know what you think in the comments, how you will utilize these energies of this full moon in Libra regarding your relationships or just any dynamic that is going on in your life. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.